I thought somebody knocked on the door immediately. It's like, damn.
No respect for the privacy.
I am gonna try to turn the fan on real quick. It's just something across the street. Okay. Here we are. We are out on our porch right now, and there are many bugs out here, but I have bug incense going, and I also have my citronella plant that I'm gonna rub on. It's so loud. I'm gonna take a leaf off of this because citronella is supposed to help keep bugs away, but I don't think the plant itself just does it. I think you have to do something with it. I don't think you can just have the plant near you. So I'm gonna see if rubbing it on me helps the bugs away. I feel like that'll work. Oh, we should have the like and subscribe thing on here.
Oh, true.
So we're gonna see. Oops, I just scratched myself. Oh well. Anyway, today I'm making a terrarium. I have this bowl here that I just drilled a hole. It's a very tiny hole into with my Dremel tool, and it broke the tip of my Dremel tool because I don't think I should have been doing it with that. I just it was right there, and I was like, can I get a hole in it with this? And it worked, but I broke it. But I'm gonna, with that little tiny hole, I'm gonna make like a little drainage system for the terrarium. So this is gonna go over. I'm gonna make it a little thinner, and that's gonna go on top of here. And then this is gonna be the little pond in the terrarium. And I'll probably put some dirt at the bottom of this to make like a little faux pond, and then it'll go on top, so it'll drain slowly, but it'll eventually drain out. It won't be stuck in there. And I'll put rocks under this to create a little aquifer situation. But first, I need scissors because I need to cut it more. And Andrew's back there drawing. Oh, Kitty scratched on the door. She wants to be out here.
Get the kitty out here.
I just don't want her to run around too much, as long as she's in her sight. We went to the store today to get some onions and stuff for tomorrow, but I got a melon pico because yummy.
Yummy.
And it's hot outside.
It is.
But I have the fan on me, and that's not too bad. Also, the AC is not on me.
Nice.
Melon flavor is so good. It is kind of scared to come out. Okay. So first thing I'm gonna do is cut this a little thinner. I don't want it to be flush with the surface, so it can try to keep water. Okay. I'm leaving. Hello, Mukul Anand. Welcome to the chat. From India. Hello, we love India.
We love India.
I don't think I'm seeing all the chats because, it says welcome to live chat, so. We're doing good today. We're just kind of chilling. I'm making a little terrarium, which actually, wait, I'm gonna hold it in my lap so you can see it. I'm making a little terrarium because I have some plants that I just repotted a bunch of, or not repotted, but re-watered a bunch of my propagation plants, changed the water in them. And I had a bunch of extras that I was like, I want to make a terrarium with these. And I also have moss and this pretty fern that is really good for covering things, which I actually should grab that one too. Actually, let me grab that real quick. Can you watch Kitty for a second?
Sure. Oh, I can close the door. Oh, yeah, this is nice. I got that. Are you going outside?
Strawberry season.
Okay, hello.
Okay, I got it. This really pretty rainbow fern that is growing a lot right now and is perfect for putting at the bottom of a. It's not a terrarium actually because it's not going to be enclosed, but it's like a fairy garden. And I guess I could get a big enclosure for it at some point. I would put it for the AC. Okay. I have to restrain myself from digging up the moss in the backyard. It feels like walking on clouds. Any idea how to regenerate it?
Regenerate the moss.
Regenerate the moss? I mean, it does it on its own. It grows. You can pick up some. I found this brick on the side of where I live, and it's just been sitting there for this entire time, and so I grabbed it. It's just covered in moss. And I water it. I give it water, and it just kind of grows moss. And I'm going to use some of that moss for the terrarium. Okay, so I cut this little thing a little flatter. So that's going to go just like right here. That way water from the entire thing can flow into there. And then this one is going to be the little faux pond. Just the socks. Well, I'm on my front porch. Doesn't really matter. You snooze, you lose.
So true. If you snooze, you could probably
Oh,
lose it right
no,
now.
you're being gross. I mean, if you pay a lot for them, maybe. So yeah, I'm going to put a little dirt in the bottom of this. I collected some dirt from the side of the house because I don't have any dirt and I didn't want to go buy any. So we're just going to put a little dirt in the bottom there. Some of it will fall out, but
Just showing off the mountain range.
yes.
Mountain range. I don't know. This perspective stuff. It's not great yet, but we're getting some stuff.
We're going to take those out of there. Use this for water. $500. Yeah, sure. Put a little water in there so it can settle. See, it'll drip out. But I want the dirt to be kind of. I want the dirt to settle in there. A little more dirt. Now I think it'll be more secured. Let me grab a knife. Just trying to make like a little like full where water will seep through it slowly. I'm making like a little fairy garden. That's what I'm gonna call it, not a terrarium, because it's not really a terrarium.
True. A terrarium would be like enclosed, right?
Terrariums are like enclosed.
Yeah.
And this isn't enclosed. So it's not really a terrarium. Okay, there we go. Little faux lake, hopefully. I'm not gonna pour water in it till the end, but hopefully it'll hold some water. I think it will. That's true. Nope. Nope, what? I can see the moss turning green by the minute.
Moss.
Yes. Okay. Actually, I don't want to do this on my skirt because water's going to start getting through. Actually, I'll push this down a little bit. Yeah. Only when I got banned from Chili's because my card declined after I enjoyed a sip of Canadian split. You want to go back inside? Okay.
Because we live in a system of capitalism, and you can't just have free meals at a Chili's, sadly, without getting banned from them. I know it's a bummer. I wish I could get free meals from Chili's all the time too.
Okay. So put that there. I don't want the leg to be right in the middle. It'll be right here. And then I'm gonna actually I need to put some rocks at the bottom. Dang, I don't. Yes, I do. I have pebbles that.
Straight to Coral. I'm just looking at memes in the chat.
I forgot I had these. Very useful. Because I need to make like a little rocky situation at the bottom so water can kind of seep up slowly and not sit in the dirt. So actually it's going to be no water. That's going to be just water. And we'll put some of these. Wow, I should have like a little table. That's what I need. I need like a little table to put the terrarium on. Oh, I know my stool. Be right back.
Hello, chat. Adjusted my easel. Perhaps we can see easily here. Perhaps.
Here, is that better? Like, you see a little better there? Hey, Kendra.
The landscape.
Are you looking at the chat over there? Or no?
No, not that. Just kind of listening to you and drawing. What's up, Chicken Joe? Welcome in. Drawing off my phone, so I'm using it as a reference right now.
Some of these all across the bottom. And do you grow fruits and veggies? I do grow some veggies. And I would like to grow more. I'm gradually increasing the amount of things I'm growing. That should be good. I kind of want to put holes in the sides of these because that'll help it drain there too. Again, I'll be right back. I'm going to grab my hole punch. I hope it's all is well. All is well.
All is well. All has been nice today, all things considered. Our high fresh, our local high fresh, wasn't carrying the conch we were looking for
That
the.
kind of sad. We'll have to figure out a different place to get it. Okay, so I got some hole punches in the side. 17 green. It's not just from the top. There we go. Good little drainage. The water might gather here because the hole is tiny. It's okay, so it'll only gather here. So everything's in. Including the little lake.
Honestly, I kind of maybe I don't know. I might just draw down a crumple.
Just practice. Okay, there we go. Opinion on premarital sex. Yeah, good. You should do it.
Say what?
Oh, it's the E guy again.
Okay.
Opinions on premarital sex. I said, yeah, you should do it.
Do it. Strongly recommend.
Got the rocks down here. Now we'll start putting in some dirt, some of the dry dirt. No, we don't want to draw an E.
I'm working on my trump right now. This is important.
This is dirt I literally got from the ground. You making a potion? No, I'm making a little fairy garden.
Making a little fairy garden for fairies. Garden.
Okay, so we got that layer of dirt. Nice and dry. Add some water to this. Stir that. It does look like I'm making a potion.
Okay, so I'm thinking.
Hello to Toledo.
Good there. And then I'll go maybe outline.
The water just comes straight out the bottom. It didn't soak up any of this. Okay. Such a dry water. I need just a little bit of better dirt. I guess I'll put my moss on it now. This one. The fern. I'm gonna take a decent amount of it, but it's okay because this thing is growing so much right now that even if I take a decent amount, it's going to grow back so quickly. Like I won't even notice because these are all new, like within the past couple days. So I'm not too worried about taking a decent chunk. So we're gonna cut those. Hello, Dougie. I accidentally sprayed deodorant in my mouth. And now when I talk, I got a weird accent. What time is it? It's inner slime time.
So true.
That's true, eater heads. We don't want to draw any though. Okay, so I'm just gonna cut it right across here so I don't pull anything. So I just want this section. Cut. To the dirt. With the and then just pick this whole piece of it up. Just like that, because I want to put this whole piece in. And I might repot this guy, because now he's smaller. Don't type in your phone unlock code online, maybe. Huh? You guys are amazing. Thank you, Telepathy Vijay.
Oh, did I do that? Yeah, I probably did for my phone. I'll do the Face ID.
Okay, so I got the pretty moss in there. I'm gonna break apart this dirt on the bottom and spread it a little bit. Got this guy over here. Let's go into the flush. Take my dirt from this pot. I got 10 mini glow in the dark ducks. That's pretty cool.
Are they like living ducks? They glow in the dark? How do they do that? How do they make the ducks iridescent? Is that the word?
Iridescent. No. It's like a. That's the glow in the dark stuff. It kind of has to do with how lasers work. Okay, so there we go. We got the moss in there. Now I'm gonna go through and add a little bit more of the dry dirt. Because the moss dirt is quite moist. Radioactive? What's radioactive?
Your mom on my got them. More like radioactive, am I right? Because we were talking about ducks that glow in the dark. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? The ducks. Exactly, yeah, radioactive.
Let's go this way. People. Hello, white dove. I'm just using this skirt as a towel at this point. Guess I'm not wearing the skirt to the movies tonight.
That's not. We're gonna go see Obsession tonight. I've been seeing advertisements for that one. It looks pretty decent. Looks like an incel movie. Or an incel bait movie where like it's doing incel stuff.
Pack this around the little lake thing. It's quackative, am I right? Yeah, I don't know why she's whining so much inside. She would literally went inside. It needs more dirt now that I've patched it in. Goat. I'm making a little fairy garden, so I'm going to be planting a bunch of different things. I have some rainbow moss in here, and I'll have some other plants that I'm going to be adding to it, and I'm making a little fairy house and stuff.
I'm just drawing Donald Trump because I don't know what to draw. Not Donald Trump. They always do that. I don't know why. It's not useful. It's not helpful to anybody. But I can draw, and that's the way I feel like I'm getting better at drawing.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Having a good time. I like doing things like this.
Hanging out, listening to Florida bugs go.
Yeah. And the insane amount of construction around us.
Because that's happening right now.
Okay. I think that's pretty decent for this. Okay, you want to come back out? Come on. She just wants to come. Maybe she does. I'm in first place because I have 85 XP. That's crazy. Oh, for the chat, I see. I'm also drinking. My hands are dirty now because I've been touching the dirt. I'm drinking tropical melon because this is so yummy. We went to the store to get onions and peppers and limes and stuff for Suja. Hello, Yai. Get out there. I want him to wrap around. I'll probably hang him down a little bit or something. A little bit of wire. I'm really hoping these things. It's going down, but slowly. Let's see how fast it goes down. Clear out the stuff that it's just little tiny lake. Maxwell dance. Oi, oi. Hmm?
Oi, oi.
I'm making a fairy garden. He's drawn a little bit like that.
Went out pretty well right now.
And I might add a couple blocks to the bottom of the lake just to make it not drain as quickly.
Hi, kitty. Hello, baby cat. You have a cat? I love my cat. My cat's name is Mr. President. We call her Mr. President. What'd you say?
She's right there in the street.
Not right there in the street. No, she'll be up in a sec. I have a cat though.
The rocks will also stop everything floating to the top. But like that. Okay. So got that. Now I'm going to make a little tiny thing and hold this down. Little tiny wire, whatever you call this, bracket. I like Dolan Trump President, get it, because his name is Mr. But I don't understand. You're spelling a lot of things wrong. I'm not sure what you're saying. Can.
Dolan, I get it, because Dolan is an old, what was that? That was like Donald Duck, but his like bill was like backwards, and it looked like it was drawn like in Microsoft Paint or some shit, and it was just Dolan, and there was
Cat in
Gooby,
background. Yeah, there she is.
and Gooby looked like an idiot, and it was like, "Hello, I'm Dolan," and he would be like, "Hello, I'm Dolan," and part of the like titular of that was that you spelled everything wrong in the thing, so I think that might be what they're going for. I see what you're getting at. That's old internet humor, but I got you. I've been on the internet for a minute.
Yeah, so maybe this is not the best. I'm gonna dump those out. I need something that it can seep through, but it won't be so slow. Maybe a piece of mulch. That'll work. I'll put a little piece of mulch right here. Stick this on.
I haven't looked at it on today.
I see a teapot. Yes, there's a teapot there. Hi, kitty.
That's for magical fairy purposes. I assume they're British fairies. So they could also be Chinese. I guess it's not for me to say. I'm like, is there a better word than indigenous?
Native.
Native? Is that also, is that better? I guess.
Are they bad?
I don't know. I feel like aboriginal, I've heard that be used to describe a number of like.
Aboriginal's bad.
That sounds bad, but I don't know that it is. But I've heard people take issue with it, and I'm like, it's really not for me to say which of those phrases comes across as problematic, especially to people who have experienced the ill effects of colonialism or imperialism. You know?
I do think aboriginals is kind of frowned upon. Yeah. Oh, champ. Hey, slime ball. Hey, Kermit.
Hey, what up, Kermit? Welcome in.
Okay, so I'm gonna dig little holes to plant some other things now. Hold on. I don't want you to see the pond. That might be too taller. I'm making a fairy garden.
I'm making Donald Trump.
I'm gonna cut slightly the top of it off. Something dirt fly in my face. A little. Donald Trump in a garden? Yeah.
Pretty much. Is that ugly son of a bitch? I think I did okay. That's not
a little tiny hook.
Yeah, but the movie we're seeing is Obsession, and it looks interesting. From the trailer, what I gathered from it, it's about a guy who gets like a disposable wish. He gets the ability to make a wish, and it's like a disposable thing, and like he uses it to make a girl fall in love with him. And it seems kind of like an incel-ish movie, or a movie about incels, or like seems interesting. It seems like an interesting concept, and it's like more or less more like a contemporary approach to the topic. So I'm intrigued to see what it's about. You know what I mean? Is it going to be good? Could be proclavicular? I hope not.
Okay, so now the plants that I have this little guy. He's pretty cute. He's just like very classic looking little sprout looking guy, doesn't he? Just looks like a classic sprout, so I'll probably plant him like right
Well, that's just a classic sprout right there.
here. I'm gonna put a couple little rocks on them. All the I like trains.
I like trains. That sounds easy, actually. It's like
There, that's pretty cute. Got some little rocks around the. I wish. Just like a little border around this. Border on the tree. How many different things are you going to plant in your garden? I don't know. I have a little pile. I have so many little things because I was re-changing the water in my propagation plants, which are behind you. And I had some little extra guys that I was like, let me throw some in try because they're little babies, and this one has the tiniest little baby. And then this little guy too. And that was then I'll also probably I was gonna do a house. So I guess you should probably put the house in here. I think I'll put it like right here. I'm gonna kinda stick that and have that
I drew the I like trains guy. I like trains.
That's pretty in there. Put some dirt on the back of it.
Actually, yeah, I'll start at the page. Or I'll do it.
There we go. It's inner slime time. Somebody's like looks like they stomped on a fairy house I made by the road.
Yeah. Those bases shit.
Can you grow strawberries or any other berries? Strawberries don't grow well here during the summer.
Raspberries fucking do though.
Raspberries, blueberries are okay, but strawberries like cooler weather. Hey, kitty, why are you all the way over there?
Uh-oh.
I thought you were watching.
You got her. Nice. Here, I can't be on this side.
Sorry, don't look right your head like that.
Hold on, guys. We're just grabbing our kitty cat. Hair lifted. Got her?
Here, can you so I can get up?
Say hello to the president.
She's climbing towards the door. She's
That's the wrong. I think the first song I played still works though. Let me go see if she has food.
Mm-hmm. I do want to grow some berries though once I have more space. Like in my personal garden, I only have pots. Good afternoon, Mr. President. So yeah, here's the top of that. I'll probably make some sort of roof situation or put some moss on top, honestly. Okay, so let's plant another one of these guys. This guy will go over here. Draw that it's muffin time. Okay, there we go. A little heartleaf philodendron in there. That's all just to pot those. Pretty easy to take care of plants, so they should do okay in here. And the last one, this one's gonna be cute because it's gonna look like a little tree, I think. It'll look like a little palm tree, so I'll put that one like right. Maybe I'll put one here. Yeah, I think I'll put it there. Because I want space in the front to do it. There we go. Pretty cute. Here, I'll show you up close so you can see better. I felt the house wobble when I picked it up, so ooh, yeah, see.
Oh no.
What's that?
This is what I drew. That's some stuff. It is a 3D practice. Got Donald Trump on there. I got the trains guy, and then I got Isaac crying at a poop that the guy's taking while he's about to get hit by a spider.
So we're gonna make little divots where the house was. So we can
Reloading the easel right now. Got a bunch of fax paper Dad gave us.
calculator printer paper. Yeah, it's still so wobbly. It's because there's no support on this side of the I think it's just naturally wobbly. I'd have to lean it back, but I don't really want to do that because I want it to be even. That should be a little better. There we go. Now I do want to make like a little floor, and oh, I forgot I had this little piece of broken plate that I found in the backyard. There's a little rose on it. Maybe I'll try to use this for the floor. Now we can put that.
Let's see if I can make my screen not turn off as quick.
I don't really like that though. I'd rather have.
I feel like I've tried to do that.
How many hours do you do on live?
Decent amount.
Decent amount. We try to. We're trying to build up. Oh no, I pulled it out.
We've been pretty consistent amount. At least our watch time, we're at about 800 hours worth of watch time, and I think maybe we stream like it's like 5 times 5, maybe like 20-ish to 25 hours a week. That's not too bad. It's been going up. We've had a couple of streams that have had a lot of viewers. We're just kind of chilling on this stream though. Find if you stream consistently and you upload like this, then you're able to build a little bit more of an audience. Later this week, we have plans to make food from the Bahamas. We're gonna make some Bahama food. We're gonna find conch, Bahamian food. Find some conch, fry up some conch, or do that tomorrow night, or ceviche, or whichever one.
Not fried ceviche.
Not fried. I'm just trying to find the settings option on my phone that's gonna let me.
I don't know what I want to do for the little floor. Look around. I do have this ugly lid that I will never use because it's and the bottom of it's just metal. Use that. I'm gonna cut. Draw the Poland cow meme.
I don't know that one. I'm doing a Trump study right now. It's a study on the ugly man's face.
Could you fix my teapot?
Perhaps. That's what's broken with it.
My gosh, our kitty won't stop meowing, even though she's been out here. And I guess she doesn't want to get her. She wants to run around. That's not working as well as I thought. That's just like a cutting hazard waiting to happen. I think I'm not going to use that. I love art, but it reminds me of being taken out of class.
I'm sorry.
Why does it remind you of that?
It reminds her of what?
Being taken out of class.
Did you get taken out of class to go into the gifted program to color fun things with the other kids? Remember that?
Okay, I found the perfect thing, I think. It's a little glass coaster that's been sitting outside. I think it'll fit perfectly in there. And it's slightly lifted, so dirt will be less likely to get on it. It like fits perfectly. Move this over. There we go. We're back.
Could be here.
Gullible. What more than gullible? That's paper scissors. That's not metal. Yeah, I know. No, it's not metal scissors. I have metal scissors. This is usually what I have in front of me.
Use the right tool for the job. What if you can't afford it? Or don't have it on hand? You want to get the job done.
That better. Keep smelling. It's your destiny.
I smell. What do you smell?
Destiny.
Oh shit.
Okay, so now I think I'm gonna add. So I think I need to add water to it.
Man, guys, looking at all these pictures of our president's face, I think I should shoot myself in the earlobe because I didn't realize it regenerated perfectly. That's crazy. Good. That's a solid sketch. I'm going to keep doing some sketches. I'm just going to keep sketching to get the fundamentals down. Find another good one, sketch another good one. Sorry.
Okay, so we're gonna pour water in this thing, hydrate the dirt before I put the moss on. The moss. Let it soak through for a second. Presidents have access to special ear cream that revives the tissue.
Of course. Obviously, yeah. No, they had 3D printed the ear back on. Obviously, sorry, my bad. You're right. See, that's why he needed to get elected, so that way he could regrow his ear. And it was when he wasn't president, he couldn't get his ear regrown. He put that bandage on right around. Vote for me. I've got a bandage. I got a poo poo. Only way they're gonna kiss it is by voting for me. The task of the artist is to make it unclear the distinction between the jawline and the neck. That's part of the effort that you make. You still want it to convey like 3D space, but the neck and the jawline are like the same, you know. So that's kind of the work you have to do.
Don't got a spam. Okay, it's getting quite waterlogged now. Which is kind of what I want, because I want it to kind of be in just the state where all of this soaks through, and then there's like a reservoir of water at the bottom.
The edibles are kicking in. Hey, didn't you know that's against the law?
So we're gonna leave it like this. So we're gonna pour some water over it. And it does have a hole, so it will drain. It will hopefully drain. I think it will. I may soak up some of the excess water just so I can keep working on it. Yes, I see it. Okay. Yes, there is drainage. It's just very slow because I'm not gonna water it very often. Now I'm just starting it, so it's gonna have a reservoir of water in the bottom where I built it. There's like a space for it to sit, but the water needs to just go through it first. And I might have put a little too much at the very beginning because I wanted to soak everything. You can see the bubbles coming up because there's going through. Is the floor dirt? No, it's like carpet. I could lift this up to help, except no, naturally. Honestly, that's what I'll do. Yes. Well, that'll make it very nice actually, because the reservoir is right under that thing. Yes, he's drawing Trump.
Sure fucking am. This is my study. This is how I'm going to become a good artist, by just drawing really ugly pictures of the president over and over again. That's my plan. I'm not getting his like head to.
What do plants do for us that's the most important? Give us oxygen and food and like other things. Plants do a lot.
That's most important? I don't know. That's tough. You can roll them up in a ball and throw them at your friend when he's being stupid. That's fun.
Plants?
Yeah, plants. He did a lot of things though.
Tiny little scoop. Let's scoop out some water. She got it right. Oxygen, yeah.
No, I think I got it right actually. The plants help camouflage us
Mm-hmm.
from the lights beyond. That was not my best Trump ever.
Getting the excess water. Perfect design, I think. Is it cool they use what we breathe out to make oxygen? Yeah, it is pretty dang cool.
I agree.
Try to get some of the excess water out. This all up again. The water level is now down there instead of at the very top. Have you ever planted Angel's trumpet? No, I haven't. That's a really big trumpety flower. I think I know what
There's
flower.
a lot of those around Florida though.
That's a bit better water-wise. I do think I did put too much water in initially, but I did want it to kind of water up a little bit. Have you ever heard of McCoy's No, I don't know what that is. These guys are getting to sleep. I really should just put these last. Yes, but mycorrhizae helps them grab over 100 times more nutrients than they naturally do. Than what naturally does. That's the thing. It's a fungus that helps plants grow. You should look into it. Oh, interesting. Okay, so we put all the moss and everything, or the ferns there. And I'm gonna put some of the moss with my moss brick, which is right there. You can see it actually. Oh no, it's we have the tiny pieces. Okay. I need to put it on the ground like this. Just like that. You're just pretending to draw because he doesn't want to help his girl. What? I'm doing my own thing. I don't want help.
I'm pretending to draw.
Yeah. Some more moss there.
Really hard to see myself from back there actually.
More moss. He doesn't like Donald Trump. I don't need help. I'm just. Lost. What are you talking about?
She's good, man. Alright, now I'm going in for the line work. Line time.
Oh my GF, please. Oh, the GF. Oh my gosh, dude. I'm gonna ban you if you keep asking.
Kitty, I'm gonna murder you.
Okay, I think that's enough. I want to too much more for my moss brick before it grows back. It's actually kind of good. No, we don't like Donald Trump.
Not a fan.
Probably because he's stupid.
Probably because I don't know. Look, man.
These guys are hippies, but they think a corporate fat cat has their interests at heart.
What?
Oh God, Trump destroyed their. We're not a fan of Trump. I don't understand what you're talking about.
What? No, I don't like Donald Trump. He's bad. The reason I'm drawing him is because he's a character, man. I draw ugly things. Donald Trump, therefore, is gonna get drawn a lot by me. He inspires me so much. I don't like him at all. I don't know how else to describe it, man. If you get it, you get it. But yeah, fuck that guy for sure. But like, I'm gonna draw him a million times. I can't help it. I can't help it. I have to. I have to. Let me know if you understand.
True definition of nose ring theory
Wow.
is what? Can you let me know? Because I'm honestly curious.
Yeah, what's
honestly,
the definition of it?
honestly.
Somebody who gardens,
I
wears
would
cheap
love to
clothes
know.
and has a nice little nose ring. That's the nose ring theory.
I haven't really heard about it too much. So.
They're in a happy relationship.
Okay, I'm gonna go back and put some little rocks around it. I just want to do the green ones because they're prettier. I see his face and rage comes out. My apologies.
You're good, man. You're good, man. I cannot help it. I have to channel that energy.
Trump's face. I thought you meant.
I have to channel the energy into art, man. If I don't, then I'm gonna be really mad all the time. If I make art out of it, at least I'm getting better at drawing faces. Maybe someday I'll be able to really well do a good job at like drawing.
We have jobs. This is our day off. So
the day off.
I used to seeing people enjoy doing things on their day off. I'm trying to live a spiritual life. Trump makes me feel entirely unspiritual thoughts against him. Yeah.
That's real, man.
Thanks, Vendetta.
Here's my my two so far, the first two. Let me know what you think. How am I doing so far? It looks really old in this one. The reason I'm not going in with the hair is because I'm going to go back over it with the Sharpie markers, and then I'm going to come in for more detail on the second pass after this color. But there's two more like sketchy ones you might be able to sort of kind of see down here, but yeah, it's hard to fully visualize the sketch. The sketch, and that's why you can't see it, because I was sketching first. I just wanted to get a bunch of faces down. And now I'm going back in with a pen.
This is our front porch.
So. Yeah, this is a front porch. That's why you can hear the outside.
Yeah, it's pretty hot out here. But I'm making a terrarium, so something you do on your front porch.
Mm-hmm. You know that's right.
Come on, Derek, get out of the lake. I want to make little furniture for this. I actually have a little picket fence.
I gotta make that. I'll be right back.
Probably really a little late, but pretty easy to take in and out. So it won't be too hard. It's cool that you both are doing wholesome stuff together. Yeah, we usually do. And people hate it because I guess they're unhappy. Yeah, and the reason I wanted it to be a little waterlogged right at first is because of the moss, but I did put too much water in it, but now it's pretty good now. So I'm gonna take this out. There's still a little bit of water in all that. A little worried about it not draining, to be honest, actually, even though it has a hole. But I can't really open it up at this point. God forbid someone has fun doing a hobby on their day off. Zen quality time. I love doing garden stuff. Very nice. Trying to figure out what to put at the bottom. Oh, there's spray water. I was looking for that, so I get to spray the moss. Chia seeds. Trying to find something to put at the bottom of the little river so it can. I mean, I could just do rocks on it. Let's do drain through that. Because there's bubbles are really big on this. Let's do a giant rock. Hello, Gabriel Solorazo. No, that rock's too big. Too big of a rock. I had a little piece of mulch, but then it disappeared. I don't know where it went. It's gone. I just do a little piece of plastic. Ah! Oops. Okay. I'm just gonna do a little piece of plastic. Perfect. I'm actually gonna scoop a little more. I need to scoop a little more of the water out somehow. Ooh, I know what I'm gonna do. So this will suck the water up and spray it. Will it work? No, because dirt's getting stuck in it. Oops. Okay, so I'll just scoop it out. Oh, that's too big. I need a spoon. I'm going to grab a spoon. Garden's looking good. Thank you. I think it does too. Pretty excited.
Good baby.
Pull some more water out of here.
Continuation of Trump study, go.
Oops. I'm growing a tomato? No, I'm just making a little fairy garden. I am trying to make sure it drains properly though, which means I'm digging. I'm kind of digging.
Digging an aquifer or some shit.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I thought I set it up well, but it just isn't doing it all. I'm gonna take this. Oh, there we go. It just needed to be started. There was a little piece of dirt stuck in it. Okay, there we go. So that should be okay now. It was trying to drain. There was just something stuck right at the top, so it just needed to be released. So now it should drain a little better. So we're gonna put that little piece of plastic. There it is. Okay. He's still whining. What is the upside down broken pot for? It's gonna be a little house. So I have like a little coaster in there. And it's gonna be just a little fairy house. I'll make a little furniture in it eventually.
Trump 3 done, or outline Trump 3 done.
Trying to see what is it? I just want it to be there a second. Click it again. It is draining now. The water consistently coming out of it, which is good. what do I want? Okay, this thing needs to go here and there. There we go. Plastic is down there. I can't green it there. It's like harvesting saffron.
Sounds
No. I'm just making a little fairy garden. I'm gonna cut.
She's doing actual alchemy right now.
It's a little shorter. I'm growing vegetables in another location. Not here though. Slime, Kermit the Hermit says hello.
Hey, what's up, Kermit the Hermit?
So now we got a little tiny lake, so we can right in here. Actually, I'll put rocks under it. So now there's a little hole, little tiny pot goes in there, full of water. I'm not gonna put water quite yet. I can also take it out to clean it because the water gets dirty so easily. You guys are both my subscribe. Yay!
Yeah. All right. I got my 4 line works of the prize down. Let me show them off really quick.
Thank you for the sub.
Here we go. This one, he looks sleepy in this one. This one, he's yelling. This one, he's also yelling. And that one is like coming up from underneath. He's like,
I put this here because I pour some like dirt over here. Stuff like this.
Poor stagers of taking a dump. Captured his helpful haircut nicely. Thank you. This is a herbalist mage elf. Oh yeah. What does that make me?
There you go. Covering up those roots. Some dirt back here. I'll send photos of this like higher quality photos because I know you can't see it very well in the Discord.
Join the Discord.
Join the Discord. It's in the description. I'll put it in the description. Because yeah, I know it's hard to see. So we got a little tiny pothos that's popping up right there. Other reason I wanted to waterlog the water is because all of the plants that I'm putting in there right now have been in propagating. So they've been in water for a really long time. So they're used to a lot of water. And so whenever I transfer plants from propagation, I like kind of give them a lot of water so they can come on. And in my experience it works. I haven't noticed any problems with it. I don't really know if it actually is what you're supposed to do, but it works for me. There we go. Yeah, he was in Home Alone 2. Yes, Trump was.
Classic fact. Classic fact.
Okay, so there we go. Ooh, he's looking so cute. I forgot I was gonna put moss on top of the building. So what I'm gonna first do is I'm gonna put a little bit of dirt, just like right in the middle here. Wet dirt. I'm gonna go back over to the moss block with my butter knife. Where's my butter knife? Still put moss. And get some more moss.
You know, the fact that I have to draw Trump all the time might be kind of a candid self-admission of Trump derangement syndrome. I can't help it. He's everywhere.
Makes us feel insane.
You feel deranged.
And this needs little fairy garden gnome home. Yes, exactly. And I'm gonna spray some water on this dirt and moss on top. Please. And actually, this fern might also trail up, but I'm hoping the moss might actually like grow around the whole thing. Cover the pot. That'd be cool. Similar to how it's covering this giant brick. There we go. That should be good for now. Intelligence has increased +1. Terraforming. Plus, yeah. Terraforming, putting the moss on it. But look how cute that's gonna be when the moss grows a bit.
Oh, very cute. Terrifying you just leveled up in the chat. Thank
Yeah.
you, Chatter, for taking track for levels.
Intelligence has increased.
She's not writing her
Now,
levels down.
I'm-
She doesn't know
what
what
is-
spells she has.
What does this do when I drink some Calpico melon?
It's mana +2. Everyone knows that. You can only use it once a turn, so you can't use that again until your next turn.
Okay, so that's all there. And there. Kind of wondering what else I should do in here. I put all the little plants. Or to look at the picket fence. Let me go get the tiny little picket fence.
Do it.
Vitality +5. Yeah, you're right. I think vitality is better than mana.
My RPG knowledge currently, as of current, pretty much only comes from eugenics. The mana's the thing. Constitution, I guess, too. Is vitality more like poison centric, or like constitution is just like, I don't know, what's the difference? Also, what are we playing on right now? What is our system? I need to get into more TTRPGs. I gotta hit my sister up. She was offering to have her boyfriend, actually my brother. Whoops, my bad. I hit my brother up. Everybody know. That's new. Forgive me for making mistakes. But other than boyfriend, we playing tabletop role playing games all the fucking time. Offer the DM one, we do that on stream. Sounds like a good time.
Okay, I got a tiny picket fence and another plant. Vendetta free, inshallah. Roasted like a philosopher.
Don't you know it?
Okay, so I got a little rabbit foot fern from one of my rabbit foot fern plants to put in it. It has some roots. As you can see, I just kind of pulled them out. Let's stick that in the back here. Just like that. So I'm very quiet today.
Oh yeah, I'm focusing on the drawing, saving up my vitality for the cooking streams this weekend. Got some lower weeks, so we got some higher weeks. We just be pushing through all of them, man.
Weird. Sometimes sleepy, and we still stream. Sometimes not sleepy, and we still. But yeah, now I have a little rabbit foot fur in there too. It's very cute. Kind of close to this one. I'll try to push this guy over a little bit this way. There we go. Okay, we got rabbit foot fur, and we got this is Sparta. I bet I can run faster than both of you.
Probably.
Very nice. Okay. Now this little picket fence. It's kind of broken. I don't think I'm gonna use the whole thing. I'll probably cut it. Where do we want to put it though? Maybe like just around like right here, just around here. Yeah, like that. So I'm not going to look at it. Want sunflower seeds. It's a really broken picket fence. That's okay. It gives a character. It's been in my garden for a while. Carl Jung solid play is very important. Apparently, he plays and play with sticks and mud in his backyard in old age. What's that? Oh no. Oh no. Carl Jung. No, the picket fence is coming out of its like little brackets. It's like, someone's gonna do it here. Stick one. Throw a break. Stupid mosquito. Okay. I'm just gonna lock these into the dirt because I think the picket fence looks cute, even though it's been broken. And the slime always lit. What about that outer slime? You sell them? Sell what? The drawings? Yeah.
Yeah, hit us up in the Discord. Figure it out. This is just my little Trump study as of now, but I'd be happy to throw this up for purchase. I want to buy a bunch of ugly Trumps, and I can even write on top the 4 stages of taking a Trump instead of dump. And I should probably start doing different too, on different paper maybe, but yeah, perhaps.
Ah, okay, this
Fire
picket fence is
portfolio
not
for-
working. I wish I had one that wasn't broken. But I think I will use, because the fence is so broken, I'm gonna use this like chain that was with it. Could make like, I don't know, what can I make with this chain that was at the bottom of the picket fence? Romans, you had better save me some. It's like bubblegum, you better have enough for the class. What? I don't want to know. Pop them up a little bit. push this fern back down to the dirt. So yeah, I'm not totally sure. I could like make maybe some sort of archway. Or like a hanging. I'm making a little fairy garden. Trying to figure out what to do with this wire I have. Oh, I can make like maybe a little hair. Yeah, and here I have some pothos. I can't remember what this is called exactly. It's like a vine. Some rabbitfoot fern, rainbow fern, um, philodendron, and just like moss across the bottom and on top of here. And I'm just trying to figure out what to do with. Yeah, they are live plants. I'm trying to figure out what to do with this thing. Yeah, he is drawing Trump back there.
Sure am.
I'm gonna try to make a little chair. We'll see.
Yeah, I'll get you guys the first two in a sec here. Drawing him because I hate him, not because I like him. I'm drawing him because I can't not draw him. It's a thing. Talked about it earlier. I don't know why. Trump is kind of my muse, but in a way where like he disgusts me so much that I have to make art about him. You know what I mean? I'm like, wow, you're just a vile ass human being. I don't even think he's the worst that America could get politically. I think he's just a tipping point. You know, that's how I view him. I get it. I think it gets actually significantly worse after Trump.
Okay, I'm just gonna roll it into a little circle and see where I go from there.
In the same way that Trump makes fucking people who don't know miss George Bush. People are gonna miss Trump when if it gets what I think happens. By all means, I think I'm wrong, or I hope I'm wrong. For the time being, at least, we're on Trump.
Trump is my muse. Yeah.
Trump is my muse. Yep, Trump is my muse. I'm not gonna lie, you guys. Look at that. What do we think, guys? You like my Trumps? What do we think of my Trumps? What do you think of my Trumps?
Awesome.
You like my Trumps?
Yeah.
This one, he looks like fucking Joe Brandon to me a little bit in this one. It kind of looks like Trump body with Joe Brandon face. I wonder if I could fix that in the coloration. It's mostly in the eyes, but he does make those faces. He does kind of look like Joe Brandon when he makes those faces. I mean Biden when I'm saying that. When I say Joe Brandon, I mean Biden. The one funny meme the right ever had. And of course, like any meme that they have, it gets run into the dirt. They're fantastic. They're fantastic. Maybe even tremendous. Some might say they're the best. Always been the best. Nobody draws Donald Trump shitting quite like Inner Slime YouTube. Be sure to like and subscribe. If you like this big funny impression, thank you very much. The best. Nobody sketches and colors Donald Trump like Inner Slime. Oh, you're at 20%.
Oh, am I really? My battery died quick.
Yeah, I'll get you your marker.
Putting some little rocks and shells around just to decorate. I do have a bunch of these just like little white shells. I don't know. I don't want to put them on the side of the house. Do I get super glue? I think I get super glue and put them on the side. Or like around the door or something. I don't know. I have a bunch of them. She sells seashells down by the seashore. Oh. So yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. I think I want this one's perfect. I can put that one right at the top. Yo, that's what I'm doing. I need super glue. Do you have the super glue from yesterday? And I can find the super glue. Sales.
Which one's in the book? And now found you are getting adjusted so you can get plugged in. Your phone now, chat. That's what you are. That's what you've always been. Did you realize this? Shit, that's the wrong one. I put it back in the basket. Also, I forgot that the iPhone is different from the iPad charger. Sorry. One second, chat. We'll be right back.
He's found with the super glue. Do you like this angle of my face? My phone is now charging. Okay, so yeah, these tails are gonna go on here. You'll be your hamster.
There you go.
Thank you.
Go down.
Super glue though. Shells. Not staying very well. That should stay better. I miss Hamtaro. I don't really remember Hamtaro. I know who he looks like, but
What's that from?
I don't know, it's like a gamer show or something. I just know what he looks like.
that Chinese or Japanese?
Trying to get this to dry. Thank you. It flies when I move around and such. It flies. Okay, there.
Well, so when do you guys think that the bigger protests are going to start happening? Because I think that it's going to come at some point during this presidency, but I mean, of course it is. We've already seen a decent amount of like the ICE protests were pretty big, but I don't know. Y'all heard about El Nino? Y'all know about the El Nino coming up? I feel like not enough people are talking about the El Nino, man. The boy. It's a shift of warm water across the Pacific, from west eastward, an eastward shift of warm water. I'm pretty sure that it sends hot air and water through the jet stream. So we're likely to have a very, very, very rainy summer, very hot summer, rainy for the north, and I don't know. There's a good chance of there being hurricanes. It's going to get very, very hot this summer, and the gas is going to be very expensive. I don't know. Normally, it happens during summertime. I guess not normally. A lot of it happens at other times during the year, but that feels like people are going to be pissed around that. I don't know. What do you guys think? Our weather forecast is a hot summer. That's all. That's what I'll say.
Gas is $5.60 here. God freaking damn. $5.60 now. Ours is just $4.60, which is fucking expensive still.
It isn't looking like it's going to drop anytime soon. I mean, it seems like as far as war negotiation goes, the word ceasefire just means I'm giving myself this long to reach a deal with Iran. It doesn't even mean that we've stopped shooting on either side, but we're not moving upwards on the escalation ladder. But every time we hit the end of that, it becomes into question like, well, are we going to move up the escalation ladder? Because they're not going to give up their fucking leverage between the Strait of Hormuz. And Trump doesn't want gas prices to stay up indefinitely forever for Americans. That'd be bad. And like, if he accelerates, if he moves up the escalation ladder, they're threatening to get the Houthis take the what was it, the Abal Mandab Strait, that was straight between fucking Africa and Saudi. Is it Saudi Arabia? I think there's a little spot in there that's like, it's in Yemen. Actually, it's connected to Yemen. That's what it is. But that one, there's a lot more oil that goes through there because the Houthis are there. They could potentially close down that strait as well, raising gas prices even further, shutting down, potentially creating a global depression. It's gonna be wild, man. It is. I mean, if that happens, but I don't know. It doesn't seem like we're moving away from it anytime soon. The other case is just the gas prices stay what they're at for forever, and that sucks too. I'd say the only silver lining that we get out of this whole scenario is how many companies are now, because of this stuff, realizing how volatile gas and oil is and are trying to move to more renewable resources for their energy. I think that's a positive that you can say from this, at least that this is definitely like a direct incentive to move your shit off of oil and gasoline, lest you be behest to whatever the fuck the American president's doing at that very moment. You know what I mean? I don't know. Silver lining guy, right? JD Pondon. What do you think, AJ?
I think we're fucked.
That's a good point. I should look at chat. I should have chat up because I'm not seeing him. Sorry, chat. I should have you up so I can see you. I'm just ignoring you full out.
You should, bro. I think I'm quitting to save money on gas.
I think I'm quitting to save money on gas, right? New minimum wage is $18 in some states. Jesus Christ. Wow. For Walmart? That's crazy. Cheeseburger from McDonald's, a large fries, it's used for it, yeah. Trump can't get reelected, so I don't think he gives a fuck anymore. Looks like I'm flying. There'll never be another election. You should, bro. I think it's yeah. Yes, I will. Dude, the fucking yeah, Trump just recently started saying shit about like, well, I mean, we're going for 28, and everybody who's like still like quote unquote tentatively a Trump supporter, which how can you even be that at this point? They will just be like, "Oh, come on, man, that's obviously a joke." To which I'm like, "Go fuck yourself." Even if it is a joke, that's not a funny joke for a sitting American president to make. And also, he has shown every single demonstrable like motive and reason to want to get himself like find a weird way to stay in office, as well as multiple people who are in his cabinet. You know, Steve Bannon keeps running his mouth. He's not in his cabinet anymore. In fact, he got put away by him, but they're still in cahoots. I don't know. You got to keep some distance. Steve Bannon was too close to Epstein. You know what I mean? Speech barter has increased +2. Yeah, I figured it out. I started rolling. I started thinking about my muse. Thanks, Scooby McDooby.
Okay, I think I'm kind of getting close to finishing up, to be honest.
Show it off.
I wish I had, like, little furniture for the inside.
Oh, yeah. Do you not have, like, little, yeah, I guess your dollhouse plastic furniture would be, like, fall apart in the rain and stuff.
Yeah, I would want, they have, like, very furniture, I don't know, or like some that I don't care about.
True. I feel like Jeb Bush could heal the world. Fucking Jeb with an exclamation point, you mean? Please clap. Oh, Jeb. Thanks for rigging the election for old W. Beat your brother in there. His dad being president wasn't enough. I mean, his dad couldn't get reelected. The name's Duberson. Scoober McDuberson. James Bond music. Bam, bam, bam. No, that's Mission Impossible. No, that's Incredibles. Is that closer? Ooh, alright, we're getting this Trump.
Okay, I think I'm going to show you guys the fairy house up close now. Unplug my phone. Close. Okay. Oh, freaking mess I made. I'm going to have to clean up. But look at this guy.
Wow. Wow. Amazing thing.
So, as you can see, we've got some moss all across the bottom. We have philodendron. He's being propped up a little bit because he was kind of leaning. We have a pothos right here. Rainbow fern, which will spread all around here. This little guy, he's like a tree. I actually want to prop him up a little bit too, so we're going to put a little stick right here so he can. There we go. And then a rabbitfoot fern, moss on top. No spinach. And I got some shells back here. And right over here, there's also this little guy who's planted there next to the rabbitfoot fern. Ooh.
So pretty.
And the little reservoir of water, which actually, this is like just a pot with holes in it. So this is actually just a reservoir. And this just keeps the walls there. So I don't really have to water it because there's that. But it does have a hole which let me make sure it's draining properly. Oh, I already feel it. Yeah, it's dripping. Awesome. It's draining. I feel the water dripping onto the bottom, which means it's properly drained. Yay! So I'm going to put this guy outside, kind of in the shade. I don't want him to get too much sun, but enough sun for all these guys to grow. Might even be good on the porch, but I don't know. We'll see. I'll look at it in a couple days and see how he's doing. But I will send detailed, better pictures on Discord and also keep up in the Discord. So, like, I'll send update photos in the Discord. So join the Discord if you haven't. It's in the description here. I also have this little, I know what I'm going to put it on. Because the hole is tiny and on the bottom, I don't want it to be straight on the ground because it won't drain very well. It needs to be elevated slightly. So I'll put it on this little thing, this little table thing, like this. So then it can drain a little easier with the gravity. You need to leave a tooth. Fairies love teeth. It's not a fairy snare trap. There you go. It's just a cute little fairy garden.
Not fairy catchers, we're fairy lovers. Appreciate it.
And it has a reservoir. But it does drain. But it drains slowly. That way I don't water it very often. I just fill this guy up. And then it waters the plants. So when that thing drains, then I'll just fill them up again. But it'll take a while.
Donald Trump. That one and that one and that one.
Those look really amazing, baby.
Thank you.
We're seeing a movie tonight as well, which we do need to buy the tickets for. We might honestly end the stream in not too long. Maybe I'll clean up on stream. And then
for a while. This stream hasn't been very I see that. Sorry about that,
Sorry.
you guys. Someone cast silence. Yeah, that was my bad. Hazel doesn't know how her spells work. So, what I was saying, we were seeing the movie. The movie's Obsession. It looks interesting. It looks like a pretty spooky movie. It's about like a disposable wish. A guy gets a disposable wish, and he uses it to make a girl fall in love with him, which is interesting. It looks interesting. It looks like it could be incel adjacent. Maybe it's making some statements, but I think it has a chance to be kind of like Weapons. So Weapons, and this is my description of it. I said this while it was mute. This is a good description, I think, of Weapons. Weapons is like a Goosebumps movie for adults. I think Weapons is just a Goosebumps movie, but for grown-ups. And that's not putting the movie down. I think that that's a good I think that's good for the movie. I think that it's good that the movie's a Goosebumps movie for adults because I love all Goosebumps episodes. But you go, you watch those, and the plot and it ends, and it's just like, oh, and then she dies. Isn't that fucked up? It's such a Goosebumps book, man. I don't know. Scary stuff sounds like my ex. That's a good descriptor. Thank you. Yeah, incel adjacent topics. Yeah, it looks interesting. I've seen people talking about Obsession. Like, it does cool modern things where, like, he looks up solutions to problems on Reddit, and then I stopped reading because I was like, whoa, spoilers. But that looks cool, you know. I want to see people like I loved how Eddington managed to like implement phone usage. We just watched it with her parents, and her parents commented on that. They were like, "Wow, this movie gets phones right," and I was like, "Yes, it does." Oh my goodness, the phone use in Eddington is just perfect. Aside from the fact that the whole movie is about building an AI data center, but don't worry about that. Tales from the Crypt. Yes, the exact same shit. It's just New Age Twilight Zone. Right, Tales from the Crypt is like Goosebumps book for like grown-ups because it had that little guy, the Crypt Keeper, and he was like, my dick is a skeleton or some shit. I don't know.
Okay, I'm gonna go hang this guy back up. He's on it.
Oh yeah, we have a good time. I have a good time drawing Donald Trump. I've been saying that earlier. He's my muse. I don't like him. I don't think he's a good president. I don't think what he's doing is good at all. Yeah, they're mowing the lawn right now. But I love drawing him. Trump is my muse. You say the guy has aura. He's got a certain amount. I don't know. Those are men drawing. Also, please do have a good time. Here, hold on. I'll show it off in a sec. Let me get these eyebrows. Gotta do the wrinkles. Oh, yeah, I'm drawing Donald Trump because I hate him. That's the main reason why. Alright. One sec, I gotta get a little bit more lines on this one. Yeah, I'm excited to see Obsession. We'll let you guys know how it is on tomorrow night's stream. We'll try not to spoil it if it's good, or we will spoil it if it sucks, which is, might happen.
Yeah, very likely. Very likely it may suck.
Might suck, you never know. Almost done, and I'll get the show to you guys. Just hold out. Patience. We're almost there. Sorry, I'm focusing in because I want to color inside the lines, Okay. There we go. Alright. Going off the tape. What it's doing. Call it Trump four ways, or the four stages of taking a dump. We have rage, we have penance, we have grief, and we have the plop, the fatal plop, where the poop comes right out the butt. Yeah, this one's where you actually this one's number one, this one's number two, this one's number three, and then this one's number four. This one the poop comes out. This one's when you sit down and you're like, I'm ready to poop. This one's like, all right, poop time. And then, well, no, this one's you're like, but it's not coming out. And this one's like, please come out. And then this one's when it comes out.
That's what it's like. That's what it's like. Do you guys like that? Bad movies can be a joy. Bad horror is a comedy. I feel the exact same way. I'm all about watching bad movies on occasion, man. It's a good time. Well, what do we think of these? What do we think of these? It's just marker Sharpie. I sketched them out first, but then I did Sharpie all the way. Bunch of Trump. It looks kind of like Joe Biden in this one. I can't. I don't know why. I couldn't help with that. I couldn't help that. That's just how it happened. What do you want? Joe Biden doesn't inspire me in the same way Trump does. Although I like him, I am inspired. I will say I have been getting really into recently learning about the world, geography, and world history. I'm really fascinated by this beautiful planet that we live on, and that's part of why we've got our project where we make food every week from a different country. Um, the But despite how much I love learning about the world and its history, there's something about the American presidents. They're a bunch of dumbasses. I love learning about them. The same way I love watching Walter White in Breaking Bad. You know what I mean? Watching a white man destroy everything around him is interesting. I don't know. Girlfriend has the best socks always, never boring in their life. Once we made dinner and once drawing Trump, what goes tomorrow, we're going to see. Tomorrow is another dinner time, but we're doing Bahamas.
Anybody want to buy this teapot?
You want to buy that teapot? Buy the teapot. Tomorrow we're making dinner again too, but we're doing conch. We're going to try to find conch from another seafood spot. I think we can find it somewhere. But our iFresh didn't have it, even though they had it earlier this week, so bummer. We're going to find that. We're going to make conch fritters, and then we're going to make conch ceviche. That's going to be nice. Hey there, Chris Riley. Okay, got you. You really captured his demonic nature. Thank you, Vendetta. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, man. There it is.
There's the truffs. Feel free to screenshot if you need one for use. I don't care, use it all, whatever, man. Do your thing.
I was freaking out all the stuff I made.
What?
That was fun. It's fun to draw. I've been trying to draw a lot more recently. Get my fundamental art skills up. I'm good at people, I think. I'm good at faces in particular. I think faces are probably my best drawing skill.
We got water now.
Yes, I heard. Yeah, I go up there. Thank you so much. It is.
Did load last night?
Yeah. Oh, we're kind of right now. It's not on the phone.
Okay.
We're having it down. But we appreciate it so much.
Yeah, it's nice. No tennis shoes, no gloves, comforters, and I can spread this clothes.
And we'll make sure we don't see dry clothes.
Not worried about that.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
No worries.
That's all.
I like the settings and everything.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
And it doesn't take forever.
Yeah, it does.
It's one of the new sensing ones.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's good. So it'll be ready when it's ready.
Yeah, so the new sensing ones, that's one thing I like about them is they take a long time to
Yeah.
actually start to build.
That's awesome. And it's still a washing machine. Thank you so much.
Yeah, my pleasure. My girlfriend was getting tired of watching my clothes.
I'm sure my parents are tired of it.
What does conch taste like? Conch. Have you ever had escargot before? You ever had snails? Kind of like that. Except meatier. I don't know. It's like calamari. Calamari is a little bit closer to that, but the texture's a bit different.
That sounds good.
It's really good. It's really good.
Next, I got it all cleaned up. I made quite a bit of a mess.
Oh, you want us to have a kid?
I mean,
nah, not anytime soon.
Yeah,
We just
I mean,
can't
I
afford
would
it.
like a kid. It's just that it's expensive, and we don't have that money. We're not gonna branch out into the world when we're in this situation.
No, it's not. We're like everybody always like. Well, you'll never be ready, and it's like, yeah, no, but we're like
Not ready.
definitely not ready. You know what I mean? That would be a bad idea, actually. People don't understand that. It'll fix your life. That's not from our tax bracket, dog. Never had snails before, but I do like calamari. It's like
move inside.
it's somewhere. It's closer. It's between snails and calamari, but you can imagine calamari for the most part. Grab the rest of this stuff here.
getting stuff over the inside. So we'll shut it down. Escargot's yummy. I mean, you know, if you clam's probably closer. Honestly, yeah, clam is another mollusk,
Oops, I'm sorry.
but also so calamari is a mollusk too. So. Got it.
Whoa! Dropped it. My neighbor is a nice guy, but he wanted to like actually show me the washing machine. I was like,
Really?
sorry,
No, dude.
not right now.
Where's the ring going now? I don't have the time, man.
I didn't know how to say stupid, so I just said we're having a phone right now. Like, I'm sorry. Yes, thank you so much. I seriously appreciate it. I
Yes,
just
thank
can't
you,
walk
Lord.
away right at this moment.
Hold on, I'm picking you up, chat. Whoop. Ah. At least Honest is on top. Respect for that. If not already, then better not. Yeah, we'd love to someday. We would. I'll even say that. Yeah, I would love to someday. I do think I'd be a good father, and I think she'd be a good mother. And I think we'd have a cute kid. Maybe we could even adopt. I think adopting would be a fine option too. I think that's wonderful. I don't need to give a kid my problems. Maybe I could fix somebody else's. Who knows? But
I'm not crazy about having a child in me either.
yeah, I get that. I don't want to pressure her into that. That's a lot, man. I wouldn't. That's like when people don't talk about how horrifying pregnancy is, man. Like people, it's a beautiful thing, and you talk about how beautiful of a thing it is, man.
There's
It's
also so many awful parts of it that.
yeah, I think. I mean, yeah, you know, it does. I feel like a lot of the time the beauty of the act of motherhood in general overshadows the horror of the biology of the act. You know what I mean? And there's not enough respect given to that, in my opinion. And I'm like every time it gets explained to me, I'm like, that's disgusting. That sounds awful. I don't want to make anybody do that.
Not disgusting, just very crazy.
Well, I mean, I think the insides of bodies are disgusting, but yeah, I know what you know what I mean.
Yeah, it's just natural. This is our baby.
You two not adopted? Nah, man, nobody. And I mean, adoption doesn't prevent that from happening, but like,
This is our
love
baby.
cats in Japan.
This is our baby. This is the only child we need right now. She eats herself. She sleeps herself. All we gotta do is buy her the food, and it's not that expensive. And she's really cute, and she bites us.
Yeah, I want a good horror movie about pregnancy that's not
I think
by
that
Roman
one,
Polanski.
Yeah, I think that one with Jennifer Lawrence in it is supposed to be somewhat about that mother.
Yeah, I did hear about that one. No, I didn't end up seeing that one. I would hope.
I don't think China eats cats either.
No, I'm trying to. I mean, yeah. I don't know. Even if they do, though.
Yeah, but you don't have to. Yeah, we don't think. Okay.
Just another way to make racist insinuations through food. We don't need to do that. We don't need to do that. Lesser mushroom and acid, please. What do you mean?
Huh? Anyway, we did just do
Always
a little.
make fun of that. LOL.
I don't know.
Because it's not true. Ah, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, we did do kind of a short stream today, but we still have 41 likes. Can we get to 50 likes before we end the stream? That'd be pretty cool. Because we are gonna see a movie tonight, so we do have to like get off the stream and get ready to do that. But
yeah.
Can we get 50 likes before we end it?
50 likes?
I gotta pee really bad. I hope you're right now.
Go pee. What was I saying? Yeah, I don't know, the horror movies. Horror movies, I've seen there's a number of good horror movies about like motherhood. I guess, does Friday the 13th count as that category technically because Jason's mom sneaks some candy into the theater? You know what, we're sneaking into the theater. Put the paper acid in your eyes. No. Like The Babadook is a horror movie about one of the like ails of motherhood.
because she goes back and forth a lot of the time in that movie about whether or not she just hates her child straight up, and that's a challenging emotion. I think it's really only super appropriate for horror movies to tackle. You know what I mean? The slime. What's up with the views today? It's slow. Same with IG. I mean, our views are all right. We had higher view counts, but this one's for Hazel. She's doing the Evan Williams in the theater. Cheaper than the fucking cocktails that they sell, dude. You want to pay $20 for a cocktail? Hell no, dog. I got the peanut butter one too. What are you gonna do? Oh no, we didn't look any more at GG in yet. No.
Forgive me
but
for
we want
saying
to.
that. It's
Thank you
okay.
for saying that.
It's okay.
It's okay. It's
Yeah,
okay.
you'll learn.
We thank you for being understanding and apologetic.
We
We
just
have
don't
a
like to
lot
put
of
it
people who come in who make really
Mean.
who are very racist off of that, and
We just don't want to perpetuate it.
we don't want to perpetuate it, so we always try to point it out whenever we see it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Rubber is about a tire killing people, and I love Rubber,
Oh yeah,
dude.
Rubber
slaps, dude.
About it many
Oh,
times.
that's a crazy movie,
Brushing
actually.
my hair a bit.
That movie is a fun movie. It's just, it is about a rubber who just a tire who just like bounces around and like
Kills people. It's so funny.
It's pretty sick. You'll either like Gigi all it or you'll hate him. He does have some good songs. I want to listen to the music. We'll listen to the music on the way to the movie. Rubber's a very dark humor movie. It is. I can't. It's been a while since I saw it, but I remember really enjoying it whenever I did.
I'm his girlfriend.
I'm his. I'm her girlfriend.
But I'm just saying China and my country are not best friends. Yeah, I know
I
Japan and
understand that.
China don't like each other very much.
Yeah,
That's
I understand that. Most Eastern nations that have a general Western slant don't historically have a good relationship with China after their communist revolution.
But you know that people in China are just people, just
People
like
in
you.
China are just people. Just like how people in Russia are just people, and how people in Ukraine are just people, and people in Palestine are just people. People in Israel, they're all people too. They're all people. We're all just people. It's kind of hard. Israel sucks a lot, so it's hard to make the whole equality right there. But
there are fine
fine people everywhere, man. Yeah, there's good shit everywhere, man. Only because of World War II history. That's a large part of it, man. Yeah, some crap songs too. Well, the guy who ate his own shit on stage has some songs that aren't good to listen to. That doesn't make sense. I would assume he's got some stinkers. I'm pushing for the entendre for that. You know what I mean? Yes, I know. I was for real. I was for real. Just joking. Right. And it's good to talk about history too, though. Get into history, man. Because whenever we're talking about World War II history, a lot of Americans, like the Japanese person said it's because of World War II history. I understand exactly what they're talking about because I know the history of World War II from like an internationalist perspective, whereas a lot of Americans only tend to know European perspective and the invasion of Germany. America fought in Pacific theater for a large period of that war, and a good part of the reason that the surrender happened to America in the first place. I mean, people would love to attribute it to the atomic bomb, but a large part of that reason was the fact that the communist revolution was happening in both Russia and China, and Japan didn't want to be communist. They didn't want to give up all their pretty rich things and have all the business people go away. They wanted to stay capitalist, so they were able to attribute the full, complete surrender to the United States, partially because of the bomb. And definitely partially like they wouldn't have held out in the war very much longer also, but they could have also surrendered to the USSR if they hated them. A lot of reasons. It's complicated. It's very, very complicated. That's geopolitics for you, and what are you gonna do? World War II history is fun. Movie we saw, I listened to Gigi and the Jabbers. Whoa.
Gigi and the Jabbers.
Interesting. Mostly through poop at people who started fights. He did a lot of drugs, which is ultimately what killed him. Yeah, World War II history is fascinating, man. Yeah, not all black and white. It's complicated, man. Even the atomic bomb, which seems very black and white, it's a little bit more complicated than all of that. You know what I mean? There was the firebombing of Tokyo, which was dark. A lot of the things that we did to Japan is, regretful looking back on it, and as being an island nation, can make arguments that it leads to the collapse of the empire, right? But it's complicated. It was a very interesting movie. I still haven't seen Oppenheimer. We only saw Barbie. What we think about A lot of people haven't seen this probably. We always, whenever there's a foreign movie in the theater, we try to go out and see it. It's fun to see foreign movies in the theaters. The British and Americans bombing Dresden and Germany. Right. And that's another one of those things too, where we, during our campaigns against some of the worst people on earth, we do things that we get criticized by our own people for throughout other periods, right? The bombing of Dresden being one of those things. Uh, Bombing civilians is almost never a super good benefit to the end of a war, right? A lot of the times, what ends up happening because of that, and we see that over and over again, the people get mad because you blew up their families with bombs. They take up arms and they shoot you. That's what happened. Shoot you and your family. Or they try to, at least. Dunkirk is a good one, also. You're cute, lol. Thanks, Live Laugh Lol. Appreciate that. Oppenheimer was okay, but there was a lot of unnecessary scenes, I think. Not the one where, yeah, I don't know. I can't remember any. Germans bombed London almost into oblivion. That's also true, but does that make it okay to go and bomb German civilians? The civilians who were in Dresden, Germany didn't do that. They were just civilians. They were there for the war effort because Hitler was totalitarian and excised a lot of the, the worker capacity out of those. But what do you expect of the people who were living under there?
His hair is longer than mine.
I'm not justifying either of those things, right? I don't know, but a lot of the times what you end up seeing is that whenever you bomb somebody, like in the example of the bombings of London, right? What happened with the bombings of London, right? Did they all get pouty and they stopped and they backed out of the war and they were like, oh, we're done. We don't want to fight anymore. What happened? They very famously took to the streets, Winston Churchill, and they all banded together and they were like, fuck those Nazi fucks. We're getting together with America. We're going to drop a bomb on your bitch ass. And that's what happened. And that, also with largely support from the Red Army. You cannot forget the contributions of the Soviets in World War II to ending the reign of the Nazis. Don't fucking forget that. We need painter back. No, get the hell out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, get banned. Piece of shit. War should not happen. End of. Old news, dude. Yeah. Did you guys hear Hitler died? It is old news. Yeah, did you guys hear that Hitler died? And they realized they needed to fight the Soviets. Yes. Soviets did a lot of the heavy lifting for us. And, I mean, you can also make the contrary argument that they were able to do as much of the fighting that they were able to do because the American war machine was in full swing at that time, outputting a lot of heavy artillery and tanks and stuff, which is that's a big part of that, right? I don't want to, discredit us, right? But we didn't have our boys and men and women on the line nearly as much as the extent as the Russians did. Although we did kill a lot of Americans in the Pacific Theater, that section of the war. Yeah, it gets complicated. What were our priorities for it, right? You know what I mean? Don't forget Russia sided with the Nazis until the Nazis attacked them. Oh, of course not. I mean, Ribbentrop is what you're talking about, right? That's geopolitics, right? Also, that's Stalin. Soviets did 80% with 80% U.S. sponsored army. We did something like 20 tanks per one tank Nazi Germany made, right? Germans also had some crazy tanks like the Tiger A1. It was a beast. I don't know very much about the German tanks, actually. Weren't a lot of them, no, they didn't get outclassed because of the air power. Air power has a hard time hitting tanks because you can't be accurate, especially not in the 40s. You're hitting, within, 5 miles of accuracy. You're dropping a bomb from the sky and you're like, well, we'll hit a target somewhere. Well, we'll get those Nazi boys, won't we? Use that brush to brush your hair. No, not right now, fucker. I'm streaming. It's a little bit out there right now. What are you gonna do? We hit 50.
Nice.
Rumstein. West Europe was factually settled with soft troops. Well, I don't know very much about that. Europa? What's up, fleshlings? I just woke up. I like your profile. Yeah, we're flesh, dog. Mad flesh. You guys want to see the president? Let me show you guys the president. She's biting me. Germany had not attacked Russia and put the steel used to build the Bismarck into his air force, less tanks and guns. We could all be speaking German right now. I don't know. A lot of people have the alternate history about when the Nazis could have potentially won the war, but I think that the only plausible out for that happening is that America turns fascist instead of becoming like a social democratic power like we did under FDR. I think that unless you have America on your side, you don't win World War II. I think that's the case. Ban all cats? No. say Pearl Harbor was planned. I don't know if that's true. There are theories that FDR 9/11 to Pearl Harbor. My dog wants to fight your cat. Japan messed up and attacked Hawaii. Yeah, it was a silly ass choice, man. It was a silly ass choice. Don't forget the Nazis held rallies in America pre-World War II. We had a number of governors around America. Who was the Georgia governor at the time who was like more or less a fascist, right? It was just like a lot of people supported it up until the point in time where it was like, ooh, that's not acceptable to support anymore. And then a lot of people decided we're going to move back on that. People forget. A lot of people forget, right? We know about the Nuremberg laws, right, which made it made it like 2 generations of a Jewish person made you like bad blood, and then you're like, you know, the Nazis have to do away with you. That was based off of Jim Crow laws. But the Jim Crow laws were arguably harsher than that because it was a single drop of the bad blood anywhere in your family tree means that you're non-white, right, or non the dominant group of that society, and that therefore subject to adverse treatment. They based that off of Jim Crow laws. The Nazis based a lot of the shit that they did off of the shit that we were doing during and to the end of the 19th century. Like, people forget that, you know? FDR allowed Pearl Harbor, and there was like Bush allowed 9/11. We had intel and chose not to act on it. That's what it is. That's what it is. There's other theories that we did it, same as the 9/11 thing, but that's generally where I would also fall on that issue too. That's what it is for a lot of the things. Same with the blowing up of the Maine that got us into the war with Spain. Remember the Maine? To hell with Spain. Like that was a piece of shit ship, right? We learned about that when we were learning about Jamaica. Was it Jamaica? No, it was about Puerto Rico because we annexed Puerto Rico more or less during the war with Spain. British gonna colonize. What do you use to protect yourself? uh, knowledge. Knowledge. Um, he was a Nazi. Up until Pearl Harbor was attacked, our corporations openly sold tech to Nazi Germany and to Imperial Japan. Right. That's part of the reason this cat's old name used to be Porsche, and I didn't want to name her Porsche because, well, that wasn't an American company. Was that a German company? I forget. They were like in collusion with Nazi Germany, from what I understand. Who was a Nazi? Adolf Hitler, probably. Yeah, but the sinking of the USS Maine got us into the war with Spain, and it like you look into the construction of that ship. It took 10 years to finish, and by the time the ship was finished, they had already like created, designed, and released more efficient and cheaper ships. So the USS Maine was like released onto the open sea in like 1890, whenever, and like it goes down outside of the currently by then Spanish-owned Caribbean islands. And then they're like, well, fuck it, time to go to war with Spain. Let's get them islands, boys. Like our sunflowers, thank you. It's not true. What's not true? The USS Maine? I mean, not all of the islands on there were owned by Spain. There was Jamaica was in Britain, I believe, right until they get their freedom. Where do they get their like parliamentary freedom? That's like the 1960s. I'm pretty sure. One part like 400 Tiger, 2 tanks in steel. Huh. And I don't know shit about tanks, to be honest with you. I was trying to fact check you. Well, yeah, where's the facts? Check me, dog. Hold on, let me pull it up. Maybe I'm missing. No, I'm not. He just said that's not true. USS Maine was sank during World War II. Was it? No, that's. Yeah, what are you talking about, man? The USS Maine, 1890. That's not when World War II was happening. It's going to be backwards. USS Maine, 1890. Ship that sank in the Havana Harbor, February 15th, 1898. What are you talking about? Newspapers claim there might have been another USS Maine that sunk during World War II, but no, that one sunk at like the tail end of the 19th century, getting us into the Spanish War. Trigger. Lusitania was World War I think. Oh yeah, was that? Why is it always a boat sinking that gets us involved with wars, chat? What the hell? Lots of false info being commented. Uh-oh. I hate to hear it. You hate to hear it. Hey man, learn your history, do your research. Well, we hit 51 likes anyways. Thank you guys for being around for the chat. I think I am going to cut it off here. It's always the damn boats, man. Today's a sad day. I had to shave off my beard. I'm sorry to hear that, Corpse God. I hope your hair gear gets the bird. Sorry, that tickled me. Today's a sad day. I hope your beard grows back. Texas seceded from Mexico at the same time that Mexico outlawed slavery. Huh. Shocker. Much as the government's lied, I am highly doubtful that the Nazis were 100% the bad guys. Yeah, I think that maybe the analysis for that one would just be that nobody is ever even 50% the good guy. Nazis are pretty bad. Great grandfather fought in World War II. You got a German flag on there. All right. Well, like I said, I've been trying to hit it. Thank you guys for being here. 54 likes. Thanks for being. We're gonna make that Bahamian shit tomorrow night. It's just Saturday. Stick around for that. Have fun. Stay safe. Drive safe. Give your mom a call. She misses you.